If you're somebody who makes a lot of cake pops at home by hand, you've probably wondered from time to time, should I invest in one of these little machines to make cake pops a lot easier? This model retails for only $19.99 in most stores. We're going to unbox it and we're actually going to test it out today. So let's unbox this and see what's inside. We got styrofoam, good protection for it. That's always a good thing to see. And we have an instruction manual / recipe guide. So they actually do give you a few recipes in here. Let's see. So instructions, fun toppings, what you'll need, cake mix for homemade. So here we have, here we go. And let's come back here. So there we have recipes. So how many recipes do we have here? Yeah, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 recipes. 4, 5 recipes. So that's pretty good. So here's the book. Inside you have the instructions, and also there are 5 recipes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th recipe here. So not bad. So let's actually look at the unit itself. It's pretty small. I thought it would be larger than this, but nice size. You can see how large that is with my hands. We'll open this up. It's got a little, oh yeah, you gotta push on there. There's a little lever here. There's a little lever which you pull up on, and that opens it up. And that's good to see that they've put a little bit of protection there so that the Teflon coating here doesn't, get all scratched. So that's good to see as well. So this looks pretty good for $20 because a lot of these models, whoops. So this looks pretty good for $20. A lot of these models you can get them at $40, $60. I've even seen these retailing for $80. And when it comes down to it, the actual unit itself, the heating unit, they're all the same. It's just that maybe the top portion here is made of a little bit better steel. Perhaps the Teflon coating is a little bit better, but we're gonna try this out now. So now we're gonna whip together a very simple chocolate cake mixture, and we're gonna test out our cake pop machine. We have 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a ½ cup of vegetable oil, a ¼ cup of cocoa powder, 2 eggs, a ½ teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So let's mix this all together and make our cake batter. So the first thing I've done, I've put the brown sugar into a large bowl. I'll grab a fork and just break this down a little bit so that my mixer can incorporate this a little better into the other ingredients. Okay, that's good. And then I'll add in all of my vegetable oil. Perfect. I'll grab my mixer. And then I just want to start combining this together. I'm going to add an egg to this to make that process a little bit easier. It's just going to add a little bit more moisture to the brown sugar. And I'll get my second egg in. Okay, that's nicely mixed now. Then we'll get in our vanilla. Mix that in. And then we'll get in our last ingredients. So I've got a sieve. I'm going to get in my nice cocoa powder. And I am using Dutch processed cocoa powder in this recipe. We'll get in all of our flour, that's all-purpose flour, and our little bit of baking powder. And just get that in there as well. Grab the back of a spoon and gently push that through the sieve. Perfect. And we'll grab our mixer for the last time. And we'll just mix this up well. So I'm on speed number 1. I just want to slowly mix this in. If you have your beater too fast, you're going to get a lot of dust coming out of your bowl. So just really, really slow. Okay, that's good like that. And now we are ready to test out our cake pop machine. So I've cleaned up, I've plugged in the machine, and it's ready to go. There's a little green light here, and when that goes on, it tells me that the machine is ready. I'm just going to lift this up. I'm going to take a little bit of cooking spray, and I'm just going to spray like that, and also the top. And to make this really, really simple, I've taken the cake batter and put it into a piping bag. You can also just take little teaspoons and put it in manually like that, but this is a lot quicker. So I'm just going to fill these up. And you don't want to go more than that halfway point. These will rise a little bit when they're baking. And you can see using the piping bag, this makes this very, very quick. If you're doing this with a couple of little spoons and spooning it in, it takes a lot longer. And that looks good. I'd say that's perfect. And then we're going to close this up. And I'm going to let this go for about 6 minutes. Alright, there's my timer. That is 6 minutes exactly. Let's lift these off. Turn that off. And I'll grab my little skewer. And I'll get these out. There's 1, 2. And some of them are a little bit dark, so I think I would let them go for 5 minutes on the next ones, just to see the difference. I've never used this machine, so I do need to get the time right. They suggested 6 minutes in the book. Pull those out. Ooh, those are hot. But they are nice and round. And I guess if you want to be really, really perfect, you'd want to take a knife once these are cooled, and you can just go around a little paring knife and just remove that little edge, that little lip that is created. But they are really, really nice. And this last one, and that one there I had a little bit of a problem with, but there we have it. Ooh, hot. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got quite a bit of batter left. I'm going to do all of them, and then I'll come back and we'll go through what I did and how many I got. So I'm just going to get the last ones out of my little thing here, and I've realized that using the little chocolate fork with 3 tines or 3 points of entry is much better than using the wooden skewer. So I just get that in there, give it a little wiggle, and there we go. And these ones here, 5 minutes. 24, 25, 26, and my daughter ate 2. So a total of 28 cake pops out of that batch, which isn't bad. And there we have it. So these darker ones, 6 minutes, and then I did these ones in here, those were for 5 minutes. I'm not sure, that one was probably a 6 minute as well. But you can see the difference between a 5 and a 6. There you can see, too dark. Let's break into this one and see what it looks like inside. Really, really nice. Let's see. Still moist and very fudge-like, which I really, really like. And then these ones are still warm, so it's not a real test. Let's break into this one and see. There we have it. About the same. I'll just take a bite. Oh yeah, really, really good. So this little machine for $20 saves a lot of time if you're doing a lot of cake pops. Just to finish off this video, I thought it would be good to just show you what the cake pops actually look like on the little cake pop sticks. So we have one here that is just plain, ready to go, ready to be decorated, and then we have a finished one here. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.